Hey guys, I know this is all fuzzy and everything. This is Jennifer here. Just wanted to share some things that I was talking with a friend of mine. Her name is just going to be disclosed because she may not want her name out there. But talking to a really good friend of mine, and we had a really, really good talk, and just thinking about some of the things that we believe in our society. And the fact that people don't want to stick up for what's right anymore. My daughter, she's autistic. And she was born at 26 weeks, 1 pound, 14 ounces. And she had a rough start. So now the results of it has been only she's autistic. It's not a big deal. She's such a good-hearted person. She shows love to everybody as long as they show love to her. Got my makeup all over. But she still seems to love everybody no matter what, and she doesn't understand some of the things that that we don't understand about life. She has a lot of joy in her for somebody who everybody labels as being strange, because she rocks back and forth. And she paces and tells these elaborate stories. It's like she's masterminding while she's pacing. And she's just making up these elaborate stories about wolves, or about cats, or about horses, whatever. Usually it's on wolves. She loves them. But we try to label her and put her in this perfect little box. And at school, do you know, if they would just let her rock, she would learn so much better, because that's where she feels comfortable. She feels comfortable rocking. Go figure, they don't let her do it because it looks funny. Yeah, that's what one of the teachers told me one time. It looks funny. And it's not funny. It's her. It's who she is. Why do they want to change who she is? If she learns by rocking, then let her rock. She can learn it along the way. If she likes to rock while she's singing, then let her rock. What's the big deal? But they want to contain her. They want her to take on more responsibility. She's 13, by the way. And she probably mentally, in the way of innocence, is like a 9 or 10-year-old. So her mind isn't all, I guess, wanting to be corrupted with everything else. And she kind of dives into her own world, and her own world is so much happier. Because I'll tell you, when she's telling her stories, she's happy. I mean, you try to punish that kid and tell her, go to your room, she's going to love that. She's going to be by herself so she can tell her story. So, punishing her is not the easiest thing in the world. But we let society tell us who we should be. She doesn't have to be anybody but her. Why does she have to be this perfect person? She doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect in whose eyes? Perfect in yours, mine? Does she have to sit there still and like a robot? That's what they want her to do. Sit there still while we teach you a bunch of crap that doesn't even matter. That's the way she looks at it. She'd rather sit there and read and learn about stuff from books. She reads all day. I mean, the kid wants to, when you try to take a book from her, she like freaks out. She's like, I'm not done reading that. And she's learning more from reading books than she's ever going to learn in school. School is a joke. For her. I mean, for somebody like her, for somebody like Jacob, my youngest son, man, he just wants to move around. He wants to build something. Let's do something cool, you know? If you build something with that boy, you got him busy all day long. So why let these kids be stuck in these classrooms and being told on who they should be? Tristan, she would go out there and probably dance in the clouds. Well, not in the clouds, but she would just be a light out there if they'd let her. And it's just crazy. My kids just want to be free to be who they are. Things have been a little bit different. We lived in Germany for 6 years, and it was a little bit easier to be who they were there with the military community. Now, it's still not 100% be who you are, but I'll tell you, the kids were a lot nicer. And I'm not saying all military families are perfect by any means, but oftentimes their kids are better behaved than the kids here in America. And it's been kind of crazy to just be able to see that change. We were gone for 6 years, and I came back, and it was like, wow, the kids aren't kids anymore. They're all on their little cell phones or their little DS, and they don't know how to communicate with each other. They don't even know how to play. It's sad. We can't let our kids grow up like that. They're trying to force them to be somebody they're not. They're trying to force them to sit in a classroom for 6 hours and be able to function and then come home and do homework. Are you people crazy? These kids just need to learn how to read and do math. And the rest of it, you're going to know in books. Or if you want to be a scientist, sure, you're going to need more education. There's certain careers that's the path you want to go that needs that extra education. But just to be yourself, you're never taught that. Heaven forbid that somebody teach you how to be you, how to be the best you can be. It's ridiculous. So, we got to fight back against it. We do. Because it's not right. The only way to fight back against it is to be it yourself. Be accepting of others. Be accepting of people who are different. You know what? Sierra is different. Yes, she is. But you know what? I wouldn't take her any other way. She is more loving than most of the people I've ever met in my entire life. And most people say that about her, that know her. Very, very true. She shows love a lot better than most people do, if you let her. A lot of people don't give her that chance. It's kind of sad. Once you get to know her, though, boy. And then you got Tristan, who helped take care of Sierra, so she's learned a lot about what kind of person to be. Is she perfect with it? No, we get scared because the world tells us to be different. And you're supposed to think that people are weird just because they're not doing the same thing you are. Or they don't learn the same way you do. And I don't know why my video is so messed up. I'm sorry about it being so fuzzy. But I have to deal with what I gotta deal with here. I swear, ever since I've started trying to do this, every electronic of mine wants to break on me. It's ridiculous. Every one of them. So, those of you that are out there that don't have marketing problems, just know that a lot of the problems are not an excuse. I just can't get these darn systems to work for me. So, and then I think I got one thing figured out and something else breaks. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So anyway, I'm doing this with some very poor electronics apparently. So yeah, just want to know that you have to be yourself. I'm learning that right now. You really, really got to find out who it is that you truly are. What is What is it that brings joy into your heart? What is it that brings love into your whole body? And if it brings love 9 times out of 10, or no, actually 10 times out of 10, if it's something that feels like it's out of love, if it's out of love, then it's a good thing. Sorry, I didn't explain that very good. But if we just learn how to love, then life becomes a lot more easy, because you can accept everybody for where they are and who they are. Now, do you want to be around people that are toxic? No. People that are toxic, you're going to have to remove yourself from. That's the first step to this business. Is totally desensitizing your whole mind. And desensitizing, is that the right word? Anyway, you get the idea. And then after that, you really got to realize that that everything has to be driven out of love, and it's a difficult thing to do, because the world tells us that we should be a certain way. Everybody has their input on how somebody is supposed to behave. You're supposed to wear a suit. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. Why? Why are we supposed to do anything that we don't want to do? If we don't feel it's right. I don't want to wear a suit. I don't want to think that Sierra's rocking, there's something wrong with her. I don't want to think that my daughter wanting to just have friendship with somebody that will actually talk to her without texting, is that really wrong? I just don't get it. My son just wants a boy to play like normal. Is that so wrong? Something's wrong when there's my 3 kids want these things that they can't have, which is relationship with people. Because isn't that what we're here to do, is have relationships with people, love other people? Man, why can't we just do it? Just love other people. Yeah, as I'm telling myself the same thing, and being able to show it. That's getting out of the comfort zone. And that's been a struggle, but I'm going to defeat it. I have a lot of work to do to become the kind of person that people would want to follow. But you know what? I want to work on it. I want to be a better mother. I want to be accepting of other people and loving towards people even when they're in a bad place. We all get there. We all have bad places that we've gone. Some people might not admit it, but we all have. And if we don't pull together and try to help each other through it, you're not going to get through it very easy. You need people to help you, uplift you, and believe in you until you can. And that's what this company, this movement, I shouldn't even call it a company. It's a movement. It's a movement of people wanting to change the world, make it a better place. Why not show each other love and kindness and be grateful for each other and uplift each other? How much easier would it be to get through something like alcoholism or drug addiction or whatever? How are we going to get through it if we don't have somebody rooting us on? If you ask me, we're not going to get anywhere as a society if we're ignoring what are each other's needs. I mean, think about it. what else are you here for? You're here to meet each other's needs. Because we can't do it alone. God gives us each different gifts of in your personality. Like I said, Sierra shows people what true love really looks like. I mean, especially her light shines really big when others receive her love. If you receive her love, man, she's just, she knows how to give it back. And so she's been my lesson in love. Tristan has been my inspiration in strength, big time. And Jacob with his wonder, he's just curious about everything. So was I when I was a kid. But I'm curious about things now. That's what's important. To get to a point where you just feel curious about what else is out there but this prison of people who hate each other. People are mad on the road. I got flipped off because I honked my horn because he almost hit me. I mean, really, he almost hit me. I'm almost bark at people. I don't usually honk at people unless you really almost hit me, and I'm trying to warn you that you almost hit me. But oh my gosh, why do you flip me off when you're the one that messed up? I mean, it doesn't make sense that our society has gotten to that point where somebody flips somebody off because they're the one that made the darn mistake. I mean, I'm sorry I'm talking so much, my mouth is dry. I mean, what kind of message are we sending to each other by getting mad because you messed up? Just accept the fact and say sorry. Yep, I messed up. I'm sorry. Go figure. But yeah, I just really want to see things get better, and I think they can be if we try. Try to stand up for what's right for once. What's right is loving each other. What's right is helping each other through it. Empower could do no better of explaining that than anything I've ever been involved with. And isn't that what's most important? I believe in God, and I really believe in God. Period. End of discussion. Because I don't think that if there wasn't a God, there wouldn't be all the love that was in the room at the event in Anaheim. Because I tell you, people, it really matters to them what you have to say. Now, you have some arrogant people that they don't, but those are the ones that are probably going to weed out of this company for real. They will. If you don't step up and be humble and want to serve people, you will fail in this business. Because people need lifted up right now. Being away from America for 6 years, I can tell you, the American people need it. And every other country does too. I just know my personal experience between living in Germany and here. There was a big difference in how the people love each other. The Germans seem to still have that connection with their people, the neighborhoods and stuff. They have these wine festivals and stuff, and they get together, and you've got a bunch of people drinking wine and the good beer, good German beer, but they're laughing and they're having a good time. They're not angry. You have some bad apples, of course, but they're very few between. And then I come here, and everybody's angry. Everybody's angry about everything, and my husband and I were quite a shock. We're in Vegas, and we were like, gosh, we don't want to be here. This is an angry place. Everybody is so mad about everything. And I started getting mad. And it's like, wow, you can't live with anger and fear. Don't let the government, the corporate America, tell you who you're supposed to be. It is ridiculous. You decide who you should be. God decides who you should be. And then you listen to him and you go in that direction. If we believe in him, he will tell us where to go. He will tell us how to behave. He will tell us how to act towards each other. Is basically all we have to do is just be good to each other and understand that we all have struggles. And you can't get through it without people. I mean, yes, God ultimately, but God gives you people because that's what you can see. And if you utilize people in the right way, things are much easier. Very much easier. I see it in this community. There's a lot of love in this Empower Network community. It's really amazing to me. And everybody's different cultures, different countries. And it's really awesome to see us all in this room breathing life into each other. I mean, like, life into each other. The people speaking up on the stage telling you that, you know what, I'm no better than you are. And look where I'm at. I'm living the life of my dreams. What's wrong with that? Haven't we worked hard enough? Who dictates that we work 40 hours a week? 7 days a week sometimes. Nobody should dictate when we work, when we don't, how much we're supposed to work. God tells us how much we need to work, and if we work for each other, if you want to see somebody else succeed, that really is awesome. You want to see somebody get to a point where they are grateful for their life, where they're at peace with their self. And I don't know about you, but that's pretty darn cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they all make mistakes, and I'm sure I will too along the way a lot. Because trust me, I'm just learning. But man, I think if you stick around, you can see some changes in our world, and we don't have to live in that prison. People telling us who we need to be. Like I said, my daughter Sierra. She can't be who she wants to be because people want to tell her she looks weird. Well, you know what? I like weird. So I'm going to be weird. So anyway, I know I'm pretty goofy. And I kind of look like crap, but that's okay. I had to do this video. And I hope you enjoyed it because I learned a lot. And if you want to follow me, go ahead and click the link below. I hate to try to say that making money off of somebody is a bad thing, because I really thought it was for the longest time. And if you look at money in that way, that you know, that, how do you explain it? If you look at money in a sense that you're just using somebody to get it, then that's one thing. Because then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, so you may as well just stop right now. Because you have to want to do it for people. And the thing is when you invest money in something, into your own success, into your own, let's just say, your own education, then you tend to want to work at it a little bit harder. And that's the only reason why that I would try to sell something to you, honestly, because I want to see you succeed and I want to see me succeed. And the only way we do that is, where does money come from? It comes from people. If we exchange money to do the better of good for other people, I don't see a problem with that. I see that helping a community grow stronger and build your own economy. Get away from the government economy. They're not going to take care of you. I promise you that. They don't even take care of their soldiers. I've seen it. Or they barely do at times. I mean, they'll make it look like they're taking care of them, but on the inside of everything, the operations, they don't take care of them. If you can't take care of the people that are down there scraping the ground for you, then there's something wrong. And that's, to me, why it's frustrating living under the government as we see it now, is because the little guy isn't appreciated at all. They try to make it look good, trust me, on TV and everything else. They try to make it look good. That, oh yeah, we believe in our soldiers. We believe in, well, what goes on the inside of and I worked at an army base. These commanders were trying to basically cheat their way to the top with this coding program. And you know what? Let me tell them that on another video, because this will be way too long if I try to do it otherwise. So let me leave that right there, because this is an important story, very important story. Because it's a smaller scale of what's really happening at the top. You see, if people are not, you know what, I'm saving it, seriously. Because if you don't listen to this now, then you're going to continue to be trapped by what society tells you you have to be. And before you know that, people will be controlled because they believe whatever somebody else tells them, instead of what their own mind is telling them. And I'm telling you, my mind, my body, my soul is telling me not to follow the government, not to follow them as in, I'm not going to rebel. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we're going to create our own economy. I don't know what other way to say it, but it's very important. And I wish I could. I will save it. Okay, so I'm out of here. Please connect with me on Facebook even. Jennifer Arnold Rigsby, or my public page is Jen Rigsby, RIGGSBEE. I would love to share some of the things that I have learned, and maybe just to get you enlightened first, because that's the first step. And I wouldn't say go all in right now until you get to that point where you're starting to desensitize yourself from what the world has taught you to be. So let's, I would love to learn this with you, because I'm in that stage right now, and things are coming together. Things that I've learned throughout my life are coming together and showing me that pretty much I've been lied to most of my life, the way society teaches you to be, the way the world teaches you to be. And I think if we figure this out, it'll turn out really good. So anyway, talk to you later. Bye.